Yo, what is going on, guys? Sorry here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a CC tutorial in After Effects. It's actually going to be two tutorials inside of one. So I'm going to show you how to do one with only After Effects, and then I'm going to show you how to do one with external plugins like Magic Bullet Looks. Alright, so let's get into the tutorial. So first, I'm going to be showing you how to do only After Effects, and here's how you do that. So just make it a quick adjustment layer, and then first thing you want to do is add sharpen. Get that on there, and then I usually use about 10 to 20, whatever kind of style you're going for. Maybe 20 for like more hardcore type of stuff. I'm also gonna add an unsharp mask and set the amount to 60. So there's our sharpen done. You see it looks a little bit clearer, better. Next, we're gonna add tritone, and this is just for whatever like color you want your CC to be. So for example, right now I want mine to be like an orangish color, so I'm just gonna make it like a bright orange right there. And then I usually set this anywhere from like 75 to 90. You don't really want to go below or above that, or else it's just going to look kind of weird. So yeah. Next up, you're going to want to search up glow and just drag that on. So glow can be confusing if it's your first time using it, but it's really simple once you learn the hang of it. So basically, the glow operation, you're going to change from add to screen. The glow colors, you're going to change that from original colors to A and B colors. And then you're going to change triangle A over B over A to sawtooth A over B. And then we're going to set the radius to about 250, maybe 350. And then we're going to set the color to the same color as our tritone, so like a nice orange. Maybe make it a little bit darker, so like that. You can see that looks pretty nice. Maybe set that to about 0.7 intensity. It's really subtle in this frame, but trust me, if you get like a sky shot, it's going to look a lot brighter. Next, you're going to want to search up curves, drag that onto here. And this is another thing where it's just like whatever style you're going for. So if you want something to be a little bit more dark, you drag the bottom one down and maybe just boost the top one up a little bit, like that. But I'm going for a nice happy CC, so I'm gonna put those both up a little bit. Maybe not that much, like that. That's a very slight curve. Doesn't really do that much, but it's very important. This next part is up to you. I usually do this if I'm doing an AE only CC. I like to add a tint, but instead of like being at black and white, I put it around 25 just to desaturate it a little bit, like that. And honestly, that about does it for the After Effects only CC. It's really not complex, but it does look good. Also, make everything look nice, drag on some RSMB. Set that to like 0.40 and maybe like 65, something like that. It's a lot of RSMB, but it'll look good. That looks really good. So let's go ahead and get into the next part with the external plugins. Alright, so I've kept the RSMB on here just because it makes it look a little bit nicer. I'm going to go back a few frames so we can see the sky just a tad. Alright, once again we're going to make an adjustment layer, and then we're going to search for curves, because again, curves is very important. Drag that up a little bit. Okay, next, Magic Bullet Looks. Now, Magic Bullet Looks is actually like one of my favorite things like when I'm editing, because it's actually like such a good plugin. You can really just customize like any color, any kind of look you want. It's literally perfect. So first off, what I like to do when I start off is I like to add, where is it? I like to add pop, and this is basically the same thing as sharpen, but I like it a little bit better. I usually set that around like 35, and leave the size at 100. Alright, next you want to go to subject and then curves. Drag that on there again. Even though we did the one before, this one is a little bit more customizable. I don't like to do much if I've already like done some curves before, but I'm just going to change this around a little bit. Alright, that looks good. Next you can go to matte and then pull on light flex. Light flex is actually perfect if you know how to use it. If you don't know how to use it, it's really just gonna make your CC look really bad. I'm personally new to it, so like I'm not the best, but I can show you what kind of settings I'm working with right now. So I'm usually working with like around -6.5, something like that. And then once again we're gonna do an orange CC, so maybe drag that up a little bit, and then drag the darkness down a little bit, like so. Next you want to go to lens and then haze flare. Haze flare is another one of those things, if you know how to use it, it's going to look great. If you don't know how to use it, it's not going to look very good. So turn the spillage down a lot, so it's like that. And we're going to make this a little bit of brighter orange. Oops. So like that. Actually I don't like that. Let's do like, not really sure. Oh yeah, and your matte box size, you're going to turn that all the way down to 0. So you got a little haze flare. Really not going to mess with it that much because it's one of those things where you really just have to work with it to make it look good. This next part is up to you. I really like to do this a lot. Ranged HSL. You can adjust what colors you want to be more saturated and what colors you don't want to be. So like for example right now I want like these reds on the walls to be more saturated because the CC is like an orangish color. So I'm gonna turn this saturation up about like 25 maybe. That didn't really do much. Maybe set up orange 25. Yeah, so you can see it makes it a lot more vibrant versus the other colors, and I really like doing that on my CCs. Alright, that's about it for Magic Bullet looks, so go ahead and close out of that. And you can see here we got a really bright, beautiful CC. You might want to add something to it to make it not so dull, maybe like some MS Flicker or something. Not sure if you have that, but if you do, I would recommend it on edits. It looks really good. I usually set the frequency to about 100 and then set the flicker amount to either 5 or 10. This one's going to be like a little bit more upbeat CC, so I set that at around 5. And it kind of just makes the screen flicker a little bit, makes it look nice. So yeah, that's about it for the CC tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this, hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
You're always the last text that I send before bed, 'cause it's you that's in my head, in my head, in my head all night and all day. You're always the first thing